Hi everyone, Emily Duplessis here from Rental Rookie, and today I'm going to answer the question, how can I finance rental property? This is kind of a loaded question. I feel like I could probably go on forever about it, but I'm going to try to be quick. We have a lot of courses in the Rental Rookie Pro community that go into a lot of detail with financing options, so I'm just going to kind of skim over some of them here for you right now. But there are a number of different ways that you can go about it. Obviously, you can buy a property with cash, right? You can walk in and say, okay, this property is $80,000. I'm going to pay you $80,000 and be done with it, right? You're not dealing with banks. You're not dealing with any of that. It's usually a pretty quick and clean, kind of not dirty type of process. But the problem is most people who are just getting started don't have $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 just sitting around to be able to go do that. So, cash isn't really an option for a lot of rookie investors. Other ways that you can go about financing property obviously are getting a partner. Maybe you ask a family member or ask a friend, maybe there's a colleague that is also interested in investing in rental property, and so you guys pool your money together and you're maybe able to buy cash then, or maybe you guys can pull enough money together to get a down payment on a property with using bank financing, right? And that's the next route that I was going to go, was to use bank financing. And there are a number of loan programs out there. I'm not going to go through all of them here. I'll mention a couple of the more popular ones. If you're going to buy a property that you are going to live in first and then turn into a rental, or if let's say you're going to buy a duplex and you're going to live in one unit and rent out the other unit, you could look to go the FHA route. And the pro with going an FHA route is that you don't have to put as much money down. You're looking at maybe 3%, 5%, depending. You need to look into it because it could be changing. The guidelines are always changing. If you're going and you're looking pure investment property, not anything you're going to live in, most people go the conventional financing route where you're looking at 20% down. Maybe if you start to get into the bigger multi-units, 3, 4-plex, you might be looking at 25% down. But conventional is another financing option that a lot of people go. Again, there are a lot of other loan programs out there. Working with a knowledgeable CMPS, certified mortgage planning specialist, is definitely something that we recommend. Somebody who can be strategic, somebody who can get creative with their thinking and find the best loan program out there for you is definitely something that we recommend. But then there are other options as well. There you could go and find a hard money lender where you're able to get that lump sum of cash. You might be paying a little bit of a higher interest rate with that. You might have to be able to pay some of that money back quicker. Maybe your terms are maybe only a year or 3 years or 5 years. You're not going to probably get that 30-year term that you're going to get at a bank. Another route that you can go is there are a lot of companies out there that are like loan companies that loan money only to real estate investors. So they don't loan money to people buying personal homes. They just loan to investors. So companies like Lima One Capital or B2R Financing, and there are a lot more out there, are investor-friendly lending companies, and they're a great place for people to start. And the reality is you're going to probably pay a little bit more of a higher interest rate with them, but they're not going to be so strict when it comes to things like credit and DTI, debt to income ratios. You're going to be able to be a little bit more flexible. They might actually look at the cash flow and profits from the property to help you qualify for that. So there's going to be a little bit more flexibility with going with one of those investor-friendly lending companies than there might be with a traditional bank. So it's definitely something, if you think you can't go the traditional bank route but you still want to invest, I would highly recommend looking into those, because any way that you can get that deal done, if the numbers work, makes sense. So definitely something to look into.